Now building. For building, you can only build in certain areas, so like your power station, dockside, or the other free build area at the other end of the island. There is 3 sections where you can build. In community sections, you can't build in them sections. That's the community owned areas. Now to build, you start off with foundations. So you can either right click place or put it into your hotbar and then place. Oh, there's a zombie. Let's hope he don't see me. I don't have a gun. And it works generally like every other game, crafting game. Oh, that's a flaw. Want some walls. Wood wall. Tell you what. So to place, obviously you can just press place and then it'll place as well. To cancel, you can press any of the hotbar buttons and it'll cancel that build. As well as having the hammer. I've still got it on me. There's the hammer. Must have put it in. I believe there's a hammer in the house. So if you have a hammer on you, you can also go up to the wall, upgrade it, pick it up, or demolish it. Demolish, pick up, pick up. Turrets. For turrets, you need to have the world power on, as well as placing the turret. Let's go with rocket. Turret rockets. So these are available at the military community. And then you can place them. As well as add the ammo, check the ammo, turn it on or change the skin. We don't have any paint here. But when you've got a pot of paint on you, you can change the skin. So let's just add the ammo. The light on top, because there's no light on, it means that they're not powered. To power them, you need to have the world power on, as well as the turret switch. So now they're powered. You have... Oh, this is fine. So we'll check that out in a second. So you have your downstairs switch, outside switch, downstairs switch, socket switch, as well as a save switch. The save switch don't work in the tutorial, but that's how you can just quickly save the game, as well as saving within the menu. But there's no, you can't save in tutorial. But then you save, and then once you press the save in the main menu, you got to go back to the game and wait in the top right hand corner till saving stops showing, and then it's saved. Downstairs, outside, socket, turret and save switch, and then upstairs there is an upstairs switch. Now for these switches, they all work as explained. So like outside switch works outside items, so outside light, etc. Is there any here? No, it's not here. But yeah, outside lights, outside things. Downstairs switch, downstairs lights. Let's just get that one. This light here, let's place it somewhere fantastic, like there. And then, oh no, not outside, downstairs switch. And then that's it. It'll turn on your downstairs items. socket items. So for example, like a new PC, let's say. This new PC shows all of the stats of the system as well, using the screens that I'll show you in a second. So we'll be able to turn it on until socket's on, turn on. If it won't turn on and the socket is on, you may need to just turn off the socket and turn it back on. There is a slight bug sometimes where it doesn't register when placed. But yeah, socket items need the socket switch, outside items, downstairs, etc, etc. Turret switch for turrets. Now let's go back out to the turret. So now that's searched, found a zombie. It's got it. So green light means that they're ready to rock and roll. We don't want the laser turret, that doesn't need ammo. So laser turrets don't need ammo for obvious reasons, but you can still change the skin. But they use more power. These use 1,000 watts within your system. These just use 100. Right. And then yellow light means that it needs ammo. So if we get some turret ammo, the turret ammo and turrets are all available at the military community. Add ammo. Now it's a red flashing light. That means that it's on. It has ammo. No, it means that it has ammo, but it's not on. So then switch it on. Green. Ready to rock and roll. So let's spawn in a zombie. You can use this to spawn in zombies at that area there, to just for testing purposes. Won't take damage for the first few seconds of spawn. That's what's going on there. So when the first spawn in, AI will not take damage for the first few seconds of being spawned in. And voila, that's how the turrets work. And you need these to protect your base every 7 days at the power station. On your watch, it tells you the day that you're on within the the day that you're on, so you know like when the power station's going to be getting attacked. Let's just go back to that bag and get the watch. Cruising. Flying. Spamming around things. Better go back. So watch, where were you? So sometimes with quick move as well, I've put the thing here. It may say inventory full when not. So sometimes when you try and move stuff with quick move, it may say that the inventory's full and it's not. I'm trying to work out that one. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, there's that one in there as well, just so you know. It's a bit iffy as quick move. Maybe fixed by the time you or by the time you're watching this. So, watch. So now it says day 1. So on day 7 there'll be a group of army going to attack the base. It is hard. And day 7 is when you need to lay these down to be able to protect your base, the power station. It's only the power station that gets attacked. But yeah, that's how all that works. So let's just have another look at in here. Oh, these are outside lights. So we've got an outside light here. So I've got this one. What's this one? Just 2 of them. Where's that going? It's like that. There it is. So these work with the outside light switch. once you turn your outside light switch on, it should turn on. I think that is on. Is it on? I don't know. But yeah, the outside light switch turns on the outside items. I think it's just because it's so dark, light, it's hard to see the lights at the minute. And then once you place them, they'll just turn on. Now each item uses its own wattage as well. So it says on here that this uses 100 watts. So this all gets calculated onto the system as well. Yeah, that's on. Just can't see it. So yeah, so there's this lot, and then let's have a look at the tablet. So now the tablet's saying that we're using 1,700 watts. And we have a spare of 30,300. And the solar power is 16,000. And etc, etc. So it tells you everything. Oh, generator's about to go out because the generator fuel is at 2. So this would be the point where you'd run across and refill your generator. But once you've got a bigger capacity generator, by using the barrels, you can fill it up with more fuel at a time. So now we've added some fuel to the generator, now we've got 51. And once the power's on, your garage door will work, but without power it won't work. These are storage boxes that you can place anywhere, as well as on shelving that you can get. Let's have a look for some shelving. There's some shelving. Ah, no space, obviously. So let's just place this in here. Like so, number 1. And then you can place your storage boxes within the shelving. All different colours, so you can assign a colour to particular items, etc. And then they just work as normal storage. So that's how that works. The PC. Table, we'll go with that table. Let's just put it on the table for now. But there is like PC tables, etc. that you can use. Like a desk. I'm not sure if there is one here. Is there one? No, that's a shower. No. So, map only screen, info screens. So there's multiple different types of screens, etc. that you can get. So this is a map only screen. So it only shows the map and what's powered. So who is powered and where. Info screens, number 3. These show the systems. The system's basically like your tablet. Each screen shows different stats. So you can put these in your houses, wherever you build them, or the existing houses. So now this shows what's powered and what isn't. This shows the stats of the system, and this shows the rest of the stats. Once it's initialized. There we go. Sometimes the things like that can happen. So I'll just turn it off and back on and it'll work. But yeah, so this shows all of the stats of the system, and this shows where it's powered. There is also now, did I not add it in here? There is also now a keyboard and mouse that you can put down, and then once these are powered, you can use the keyboard and mouse to turn, well, once all of the poles are built for each community, you can turn each community on and off from your base now. So when on Horde night, on the attack night, you can turn off these to be able to power all of your lights, because it happens at night. So you'll be able to power all of your lights, your turrets, etc. and save on power from powering these communities. You need the keyboard and mouse to be able to turn these on and off. Once each community is powered, at their outside trader, there's a box on the table, and it has the nuggets that you earn from powering each community. You can also earn money from at the power station. You can build up a motel. I'll do a separate tutorial for that. He's hungry, he's hungry, he's no lad. Be right for now. So device chargers to charge all of the devices. Every handheld device this charges just by putting it into the device charger, and it will show up. There we go. Don't know why I didn't, but it did. So your devices will show up showing that they're charging. It only charges one at once. So at the minute it's charging the watch, and then it'll charge the tablet, and then it'll charge the laptop. Then there's also a battery charger, which works in the same way. Do I have any batteries on me? What are the chances? No. But yeah, you just basically open it, put your batteries in here, and they'll show up on the shelves, and then it works in the same way. Gun storage, so it's just basically storage for guns. Once you put the gun in, it shows up in the rack, so all the guns will show up in the racks. There's a desk. So you can put your PC on desks like this as well. You spin me right round. Right. So like there's desks like that you can put all your setups on. As for so there's fridges, and there is also ovens. There's ovens, microwave, fridges, etc. that you can put your food in to store it, as well as microwaves. That's basically like a crafting system. So like your so you can put the things in here, and you can craft all of this based on what the recipe cost is. And this is essentially a crafting bench. But yeah, that's what all that does. A shower is so you can keep clean, as your character can get dirty, especially if you don't go to the toilet in time. Which in the top left, sorry, it'll tell you whether your character needs a shower or the toilet. And then all you have to do is place it, click on it, and this simulates your character having a shower. And done. Now your character's clean. The vault. For the vault, you need to... I'll just put it outside for now. Not a place where you'd keep your vault, but it's good enough for now. So with a vault, it works in a different way. In the thought process of it feeling more immersive, to be able to see all of the gold that you've collected. So you can place your vault, and then you have to place each stack of gold into your vault, or even block. So you can have one single stack or the 5 stack of gold. To pick it up, you just basically look at it, and then you can pick up each stack. Now in your crafting menu, to be able to make a 5 stack of gold, you can just have the gold bars in your inventory. So that changes a 5 stack of gold into gold bars. That changes the gold bars into a 5 stack of gold. So it makes it easier to be able to stack it into your vault or wherever you want to put it as well. So like you can have a 5 stack instead of just singly putting one block at a time. That's pretty much it. So depending on where you place your lights, depends on whether you can. So for the upstairs, so that's the downstairs. Let's get another house light. So you need a house light. And because it's upstairs, when you turn on the upstairs switch, the upstairs lights will come on. And depending on where you put it, so like the downstairs switch, only the downstairs lights will work with that switch. Everything that uses a plug item, so like example the fridge, the device chargers, the oven, TV, monitor, PC, etc. all use the socket switch. If I turn that off, everything goes off. Turn it on, everything comes back on. That's pretty much it. Now I'll show the motel in the next one. Yeah, that's it.